They started as friends with nothing but a shared dream. Two people who trusted each other more than anyone else, believing that together they could build something bigger than themselves. When the idea of starting a business came up, it didn't feel risky at all, it felt right. There were no doubts, no backup plans, and no fear, because trust was doing all the thinking for them. They believed friendship was stronger than contracts, and loyalty was stronger than money. But what they didn't realize was that one small decision, made with good intentions, would slowly begin to tear everything apart. A decision that seemed harmless at first would later become the reason everything they built together came crashing down. This story is not just about a business that failed, it's about how trust can blind even the smartest people. You will see how excitement can hide danger, how success can change behavior, and how one moment of emotional judgment can undo years of hard work. Many people believe that starting a business with a friend is the safest choice, but this story proves that sometimes it's the most dangerous one. As the story unfolds, you'll understand how ignoring small warning signs can lead to massive losses, not just financially, but emotionally too. If you've ever trusted someone completely, mixed emotions with responsibility, or believed friendship alone could protect you, this story will feel painfully real. Stay with me until the end, because the lesson hidden in this journey can save you from making the same mistake. They had known each other for years, long before money, titles, or ambition entered their lives. They were friends who shared struggles, laughed at failures, and promised that if one ever succeeded, the other would never be left behind. When life slowly started improving for them, the idea of building something together felt natural. It wasn't just about earning money, it was about proving that friendship could survive pressure. They believed trust was stronger than contracts and loyalty was more powerful than rules. Late-night conversations turned into business plans, and dreams turned into expectations. Both believed this partnership would change their lives forever. At that moment, nothing felt risky. There were no doubts, no fears, and no reason to think things could go wrong. What they didn't realize was that the strongest emotions can sometimes create the biggest blind spots. Starting the business felt exciting and hopeful. They invested time, energy, and savings into the idea, believing hard work would guarantee success. At first, everything moved smoothly. Decisions were quick, trust was absolute, and disagreements were brushed off easily. One handled finances, the other focused on growth. There were no written agreements, no clear roles, just verbal promises and shared faith. Friends and family admired their bond and praised their courage. Early success made them confident, almost unstoppable. Small profits started coming in, and motivation grew stronger. They celebrated every milestone together, convinced they were building something unbreakable. But beneath the excitement, cracks were quietly forming. Responsibilities weren't clearly divided, expectations were never discussed, and assumptions replaced communication. What felt like freedom was slowly becoming a lack of structure, something that would soon cost them dearly. As the business grew, pressure followed. Deadlines became tighter, money became more important, and decisions carried heavier consequences. One partner started working longer hours, taking risks, and pushing for expansion. The other became more relaxed, trusting the business would run itself. Small disagreements began to surface. Missed calls turned into delayed responses. Financial questions were answered vaguely. Still, nothing felt serious enough to confront. After all, they were friends first. Whenever doubt appeared, it was quickly ignored in the name of loyalty. They reminded themselves of their history, their promises, and their bond. But trust without clarity can be dangerous. Instead of addressing issues early, they chose silence. And silence allowed problems to grow unnoticed. Slowly, the balance between friendship and responsibility started shifting, creating tension neither of them wanted to admit. The turning point came with one decision: giving full control to one partner without oversight. It felt easier, faster, and more efficient at the time. No questions were asked, no systems were put in place. "I trust you" replaced accountability. That decision changed everything. Power shifted, and behavior followed. Spending increased. Decisions were made without discussion. When concerns were raised, they were dismissed as overthinking. The partner with control began acting less like a teammate and more like an owner. Respect slowly faded. What once felt equal now felt one-sided. Employees noticed the change. Friends sensed tension. But the partner who trusted blindly still hoped things would improve. He believed confronting the issue would damage their friendship. What he didn't realize was that avoiding the truth was already destroying both the business and the bond. Problems could no longer be hidden. Payments were delayed. Clients complained. Numbers didn't add up. When questioned, excuses replaced explanations. Stress filled every conversation. The friendship felt heavy, uncomfortable, and forced. One partner felt betrayed but still hesitant to accept it. The other felt entitled, justifying every action as deserved. Emotions replaced logic. Arguments replaced teamwork. The business that once brought them together now pushed them apart. Every day became a reminder of a mistake that could no longer be undone. Trust was broken, not in one moment, but through repeated disappointments. When the truth finally surfaced, it wasn't shocking, it was devastating. The realization hit hard: friendship had blinded judgment, and one decision had set everything on the path to failure. The confrontation was painful and unavoidable. Words were spoken that could never be taken back. Accusations replaced apologies. Years of memories collapsed into silence. There was no dramatic ending, just exhaustion and disappointment. The business couldn't survive the damage. Legal and financial consequences followed, but the emotional loss hurt more. Losing money was temporary, losing trust was permanent. Walking away felt like admitting defeat, but staying meant losing everything else. The friendship ended not with closure, but with distance. Both went their separate ways, carrying regret in different forms. One learned the cost of blind trust. The other learned that opportunity reveals true character. The partnership was over, but the lesson remained, deeply etched into memory. Recovery took time. Rebuilding confidence was harder than rebuilding finances. The partner who lost the most spent many nights questioning his choices. He replayed every moment, every warning sign he ignored. Slowly, he understood that kindness needs boundaries. Friendship needs honesty. Business needs structure. He learned that trust should never replace responsibility. With time, he grew wiser, stronger, and more careful. New opportunities came, but this time with clear rules and defined limits. The pain didn't disappear, but it transformed into understanding. Some lessons are taught through loss, not success. And sometimes, losing a friend saves your future. Looking back, he no longer felt anger, only clarity. The business didn't fail because of bad luck, it failed because of one emotional decision made without balance. Friendship alone cannot run a business. Trust without structure invites disaster. This story isn't about avoiding partnerships with friends, it's about doing it the right way. With communication, boundaries, and accountability. One decision ruined everything, but it also taught a lesson worth remembering for life. Success requires wisdom, not just effort. And sometimes, the hardest lessons come from the people we trust the most. Some friendships are built over years of trust, shared struggles, and silent promises. You believe nothing can break them, especially not money or success. Two close friends thought the same when they decided to start a business together. What began as excitement, hope, and loyalty slowly turned into tension, regret, and loss. They believed trust was enough, that friendship didn't need rules or boundaries. But life has a way of testing even the strongest bonds. One decision, just one, changed everything they had built, both in business and in friendship. This story is not just about a failed partnership, it's about how ambition, power, and misplaced trust can destroy something that took a lifetime to build. If you've ever trusted a friend blindly, mixed emotions with money, or believed loyalty alone was enough, this story will feel uncomfortably real.